Hi, welcome to the series on fundamentals. Today we'll be talking about ribcage arms. Before we get started on that, let's just go over what a fundamental is. It's a subtle, powerful teaching tool that will help you undo habitual patterns, unhealthy movement patterns, and to replace it with an efficient movement pattern. I like to call them elementary movement patterns. And you know, if we all went back to elementary school now, we would still find some things difficult. We'd be reminded of some things that we had forgotten, that we've gotten to rely on technology doing for us. So, you know, when I say elementary movement patterns, by all means, it doesn't discount the value of what they are. I like the fundamentals for 7 different reasons. It centers the mind and body at the beginning of a movement session. You know, sometimes we just need that couple minutes, and if that's all you've got as far as time, by all means, these fundamental movement patterns are great gifts to give to yourself for that 30 to 60 to 120 seconds that you have for yourself. It helps you refine an aspect of an exercise. It teaches primary biomechanics of an exercise. It enhances the movement quality. It helps you improve your technique and your performance. It helps you to identify strength, especially in a weak area that maybe has been exposed in a particular movement pattern. And it helps for you to work on your own individual unique needs. So the benefits of ribcage arms is that it increases awareness and how to stabilize the shoulder complex. And I'm noticing that we're not doing a lot of overhead movement anymore. And so we're starting to lose that even as a movement pattern. You know, we used to hang clothes outside on a line or really reach up into our cupboards to get things, and now things, you know, seem to be coming down to eye level. So, but we still need this movement, right? If we want to get our shirts on and off, that movement is helpful. All right, so the shoulder complex itself, it's called a complex. There's a lot of muscles that run through there. But it teaches independent movement of the arms from the rib cage. So the arms can move separate of the rib cage. And the arms really move from the mid-back, right? Think about it, your shoulder blades, that they kind of look like Africa, right? Sit on the rib cage, but they sit in the back, and they slide up and down the rib cage and in and out as well. It teaches you how to limit your range of motion within the boundaries of proper movement. It teaches you how to work in the joint, so to stay in the shoulder joint versus out of the joint. In the shoulder joint, there's more stability there for movement. Guess what? Constructive rest position is how we're going to start. That's lying on your back, knees bent, and arms long at your side. So let's go ahead and to do that. All right, so we're down on the mat. We've got the feet flat, about a fist distance or 2 between the feet. The knees are pointing straight up to the ceiling. And we start with the arms long at the side. And you know, if you are starting to link things together, you might want to try imprinting or breathing before we get to ribcage arms. Remember, you can sequence these together in a way that works for you. And my head is always tilted to the side because I'm trying to connect with you on the video. And your head would be in alignment up, looking up towards your ceiling, and the jaw would be relaxed and the neck would be relaxed as well. So let's talk about the jaw for a minute, because I don't think I've really talked about that yet in any of my fundamental videos, but there's space between the upper and lower teeth. And the tip of the tongue rests towards the upper, the roof of the mouth, behind the 2 front teeth. And then the rest of the tongue falls away from that soft palate area. So there's a lot of relaxation there, a lot of space there. The throat is open. It's not constricted. So, you know, if you are grunting or hearing like this intense breath,
then perhaps see if there's something in your neck and jaw that you can relax. The exhale breath should sound as if you were fogging up a mirror or a window. It's a ha sound. Okay, so now that we're here, we'll start to bring the tips of the thumbs or fingertips up towards the ceiling. You know, the hands aren't overlapping each other because we want these collarbones, this area, to be open. Sometimes I have people put their thumbs together if they're having difficulty maintaining that openness. And then you'll start to bring the arms back over the head to the edge of your periphery. Now I could bring them all the way back and I'd come into a little bend, right? And my rib cage is up and off the mat, that posterior side of the rib cage. So I want to try to work in a range that I can maintain that posterior side of my rib cage and that pelvic neutral, and really allow the arm bones to float in the joint. And that takes concentration. You might feel some movement happening in that iso-ab area. So perhaps when your arms go overhead, you would feel the hollowing out of the diamond and drawing them back. Now, by all means, if you want to work on shoulder flexibility, you could end with your arms supported completely on the floor, and you know, the lower part of the ribs would come up and get that nice stretch. In yoga, they always say whenever you can air out your armpit, that's great. There is a lot of lymphatic glands that run through this area, and so allowing there to be space there for that lymphatic system to move is nice. But you know, we're moving here, and we're just allowing movement to happen as you come back, and then move it back towards the ceiling. You'll see that I'm moving my arms with purpose, right? And my breath is initiating the movement. So I'm not doing shallow breath, I'm not doing an extreme deep breath. Just a nice natural breath. All right, so I hope you had fun exploring ribcage arms with me. Until the next time we meet for fundamentals.